Extracellular fluid.
Extracellular fluid. And intracellular fluid. 40% of water is found in ICF. Okay? It is something about 28 liter. Okay? And 20% is found in ECF. It is something about 14 liter. ECF in turn is divided into two components: interstitial fluid and plasma. Yes. 5% in plasma, 15% in large. Okay. Osmolarity in our body is 300 milliosmol per liter. Okay. Here, this axis is osmolarity based on milliosmol per liter. As I told you, in our body it is 300 milliosmol per liter. Okay? I told you 28 liter is volume of water in our body. 28 liter is found in ICF and 14 liter in ECF with the osmolarity of 300 milliosmol per liter. Correct? Now suppose I inject a high isotonic solution. Okay, when we inject solution, it goes to ECF or ICF?
ECF.
Okay. Suppose that we have a container which is isotonic solution. Here is isotonic with this cell. What happens regarding the volume of the cell? There is no change. Okay, because there is no driving force for osmosis. Why? Because the cellular concentration is the same in both sides. Got it? Now suppose that no change in cell volume. In cell volume. Suppose that we have a cell, okay, in a solution which is hypertonic. Solution is hypertonic. What happens? Water leaves the cell. Okay? Cell volume decreases. And we have shrinkage. Alright? Now suppose that solution is hypotonic.
The water gonna enter to
The water goes inside.
the cell.
Cell volume
And
increases.
it may
It may lead to
Explosion.
cell rupture.
yeah,
or
rupture. Expansion.
Cell swelling and cell lysis.
Explanation. Yeah.
It is very dangerous, and this state is dangerous for our body. We want the solution to be isotonic, ECF. Got it? Now,
Yeah.
now suppose that I inject 1 liter isotonic solution. Okay, we inject it to ECF. I might ask you what happens for example, osmolarity and volume of ICF and ECF after injecting 1 liter isotonic solution. Okay? It is isotonic solution. It means there is no change in osmolarity. Am I right? Yeah. Osmolarity will be in this state. Okay? Volume of ECF increases, decreases, or there is no change? No change. I'm injecting 1 liter of isotonic solution. Increase. Volume of ECF increases. What happens for volume of ICF?
Doesn't change.
Increase, decrease, no change.
No change.
No change. No change. Because it is isotonic. Osmolarity of ICF?
No change.
Volume of ICF?
No change.
Osmolarity of ECF?
Increase.
Osmolarity.
No change.
And volume?
Increases.
By the way, if I ask you regarding the injection of isotonic solution. Now I'm gonna inject hypertonic solution. Okay, what happens? Hypertonic solution.
The content, the volume of the ICF becomes less, and the ACF increases much more.
ECF volume
Increases.
increase. Why? Because I'm injecting ICF. ECF volume
Increase.
osmolarity.
No change.
It is hypertonic. Hypertonic solution. It means osmolarity increase. Okay, osmolarity increase in ECF. What happens for ICF?
Decreases.
We say it is hypertonic.
Volume. Volume.
It means we have cell shrinkage. ICF volume
Decreases.
decreases.
Oh, sorry.
Okay? And osmolarity increases. Don't forget. When we inject hypertonic solution, osmolarity increases in both compartments. Okay? Volume in ECF increases, in ICF decreases. Got it?
Yeah.
Very important. Okay? We inject hypotonic solution. What happens? ECF volume increases. Okay. ECF volume. Osmolarity hypotonic decreases. Osmolarity inside the cell decreases. Osmolarity is the same. And what happens for ICF? Fluid comes inside the cell.
Increases.
ICF volume increases. Final result is that increasing ECF volume, increasing ICF volume, decrease in osmolarity in ICF and ECF. Got it? You have to memorize it. And one of the questions is from this week. No question? In our body, intake and output of water must be the same in order to have homeostasis. Okay. When you study actually this slide, I think you are familiar with this figure in cell physiology.
Yeah.
Okay, and this slide says that intake and output must be the same. In average, in this person is 2.5 liter, and output will be 2.5. It is the behavior of kidney when there is excess water or water deficiency. It is very easy. I have talked about that, and I have talked about this slide. No question?
No. Doctor, could you repeat when adding hypertonic and hypotonic solutions to ECF?
When you say high,
Oh, my son is better.
they are injecting to ECF. Okay? it means by injecting hypotonic or hypertonic ECF volume increases. Osmolarity decreases in both ECF and ICF. And what happens here? Hypotonic solution. It means water comes inside the cell. Water comes inside the cell. Means ICF increases. ICF volume increases. Okay? Do you remember Johnstown military nephrons?
Yes.
We have two types of nephron, cortical.
In hypotonic solution, if we apply
In hypotonic solution,
both volume and osmolarity increase.
osmolarity decreases. When solution is hypertonic, osmolarity increases in both compartments. When it is hypertonic, osmolarity because by osmosis process, ICF and ECF are connected together. They follow the changes in one another.
The volume of ECF increases or remains constant? Volume of ECF in high volume.
In both increases because we are injecting excess water. Okay?
Doctor, the osmolarity, we mean by osmolarity, is it like the percent of the osmosis?
What does osmolarity mean?
Yeah?
Osmolarity means the concentration of solute, okay, which actually in this way we say membrane is not permeable to this solute for this reason, but actually it seems to be a driving force for water to move.
It's
based
like the
on
osmosis process. The percentage of the osmosis process, can we say?
Osmolarity is concentration of solute which are considered to be driving force for osmosis. Okay? For example, sodium is considered to be one of the main osmotic particles.
What's that?
Because as you know, membrane is not permeable to sodium ions.
Okay.
At resting state. For this reason, it seems to be an active osmotic particle.
Actually, let me ask like that. What's the difference between osmolarity and osmosis process?
Osmolarity is concentration
of the solute in the membrane.
Osmotic
It's
particles.
not permeable.
Concentration of osmotic particles. Okay, yesterday I told you when the membrane is permeable to these particles are not osmotic particles. Okay, they begin to move toward other compartment and finally there is same concentration. These particles are not considered to be osmotically active. Got it?
Yeah.
But here, membrane is not permeable to these particles. These particles create osmolarity. The concentration of these particles create osmolarity. They provide driving force for water to move from this side to this side. Ready?
Yeah.
The concentration of these osmotic particle means the particles which causes osmosis to be done. Okay, the concentration of these particles actually is considered to be osmolarity, is expressed as osmolarity based on milliosmol per liter. Okay, and the driving force is osmosis. Got it?
Yep.
No questions?
I remember it from the high school.
Okay.
We had studied.
Very good. Okay. We are going to talk about these stuff. Read this slide. Actually, we are going to focus on juxtamedullary nephrons. Yesterday, we talked about juxtacortical and juxtamedullary nephrons. Today we are going to talk about juxtamedullary nephrons and their role in urine concentration and dilation.
You meant will control concentration during the head. Kidney.
Osmolarity. Osmolarity means osmotic particles. Okay? Pay attention to this. It is very important, okay? An important subject in renal physiology. Kidneys are able to form urine with osmolarity of with osmolarity as low as 50 milliosmol per liter. Less than this osmolarity, our kidney is not able to produce. Okay, osmolarity of urine osmolarity. And it might be as high as 1,200 milliosmol per liter. In which one the concentration of solute is greater? In this one or in this one?
This one, or that one,
The concentration of solute is greater.
Pay attention to this. The osmolarity of urine is in this range. Minimal amount, maximum. Got it? Tell me please, in which one the concentration of solute is greater?
In the 50.
In this one or in this one?
In this one.
In this one, because I told you osmolarity means the existence of osmotic particle. In which one? In this one, solute concentration is great. Okay? Regarding water amount, in which one water amount is greater?
50.
No. No. 100.
Okay? The volume, urine volume might be between 0.5 liter and 20 liter per day.
So,
But it means the kidneys are able to produce 0.5 liter urine with this osmolarity. Volume is less, it means the concentration of solute is great. Got it?
yeah.
And the kidneys are able to produce this amount of urine with this osmolarity. Water amount is great, it means the concentration of solute is
Low.
yes, is low. Okay, it is very important. The concept of this part is very important. I think you understand it. Am I right?
Yes.
You have question?
No.
Was it clear?
Again.
No. It is the range of urine volume. Okay? Kidneys are able to produce just 500 milliliter urine per day. 500 milliliter. It means the concentration of water, the amount of water is very low.
From half a liter
500
to
milliliter. Okay, it is equal 0.5
half a liter.
liter per day. Okay?
Okay.
With the high concentration of solute.
Okay.
It means here in this state, we deal with water deficiency. Okay, here we have water deficiency because body wants to maintain water for itself. Okay?
Yes.
And it tries to excrete excess solute in a minimal level of water. Got it?
Mm.
And here, when we have excess water, kidneys are able to produce 20 liter urine per day. It is
In case
minimal
of-
level and maximal level of kidney ability. Okay? For example, yesterday I told you urine volume in average is 1.5 liter per day. Okay? 20 liter per day with this osmolarity. Got it? It means here we have excess water in our body. Okay? And the kidneys must rid the body of excess water by urine formation.
Okay, what's the volume of the urine that our kidney produce per day actually? 1.5. It's not
Liter.
half a liter and
But
it's not
it is
20
the
liter.
minimal ability and maximal ability of the kidney, okay? Kidneys work in this range of volume, in this range of osmolarity of urine. Got it?
Yeah,
Okay, great. Was it clear for you?
that's easy actually.
It's not easy. Actually, it's not easy at all, but I'm happy you understand. Something else is that in our body,
Easy?
in average, we have, pay attention please, in our body, we have 600 milliosmol solutes per day which are entered our body. This amount of osmotic particles are entered to our body. Okay, by for example eating. Got it? And to maintain homeostasis, the kidneys must excrete this amount. Okay, in average. Okay, got it? For this reason, we say in our body we have obligatory urine volume. Obligatory urine volume equals the amount of solute that must be excreted. Amount of solute that must be excreted. I told you in average it is 600 milliosmol per liter divided by the maximum ability of the kidney for concentration of urine. Maximum ability of the kidneys.
It's 20 liter per day.
Maximum ability of the kidneys
Half a liter?
to concentrate urine. It is obligatory urine volume will be 60 milliosmol per liter divided by 1,200 milliosmol per liter. Okay, the actual units are omitted together and it will be
Half liter.
0.5 liter per day. It is called obligatory urine volume. It means, suppose that we are in water deficiency condition. Okay? This amount of water must be excreted in order to get rid of body from excess solute. We don't have urine volume less than this one because in this amount of water, this amount of solute is excreted our body. Got it?
Yeah.
It is obligatory urine volume.
If we ate more than that, what will happen? It's create more water?
It is in average.
Yeah.
Just we are gonna talk about obligatory urine volume.
Yeah.
Calculate obligatory urine volume when, for example, excess solute is 1000 milliosmol per liter and maximum ability of the kidney is 2500 milliosmol per liter. Calculate.
2.5.
It is 1000 divided by 2004 milliosmol per liter. 4
0.4.
0.4. Are you sure?
Yes.
It's not in kilograms, okay? But just I wanted you to calculate obligatory urine volume. Got it?
Yes.
The exam will ask
I
like that.
think in a type of rat, the maximum ability of the kidney is this amount. Okay?
An exam will ask like that. Found the obligatory water unit?
Yes.
Unit volume? Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
No question?
It's gonna.
Actually, it was very difficult. Okay, the concept is very difficult. If you
Yeah.
learn it, okay, you understand.
Doctor, is it like a short answer question? We
All
have to
of the
calculate or
questions
MCQ
are
question?
MCQ. All of the questions are MCQ. Okay, physiology question are MCQ. Pay attention, please. Don't touch this. Suppose that, don't touch this. There is water deficiency in our body. Suppose that water amount in our body is less. Osmolarity, what happens for osmolarity of plasma?
Increases.
Increase. Why?
Because
Water amount is less,
becomes
it means the
hypertonic.
concentration of solute is
Increases.
greater than normal. For this reason, we say osmolarity increases. All the time in our body, osmolarity is checked by osmoreceptor in hypothalamus. Okay? All the time in anterior hypothalamus. Osmoreceptor sense this increase in osmolarity and they stimulate thirst mechanism. A person understands that there is water deficiency and they begin to drink water. On the other hand, it sends signal to posterior pituitary in order to secrete ADH or the other line was ADP, arginine vasopressin. Okay? ADH is released from posterior pituitary. And you know now, aquafin 2 in from late distal tubule on, okay, or added to the membrane, to the apical membrane, do you remember? And cells are able to reabsorb water. Okay, water is reabsorbed from the urine. It means urine volume is increasing or decreasing? Is decreasing because water is, it means osmolarity in urine is
Increasing.
osmolarity.
Decreasing.
Water is removing. It means the solute concentration in urine is increasing because we are removing water. Got it? What happens? Urine osmolarity increase, urine volume decrease, and it helps plasma osmolarity to return back to normal state. Got it?
Yes.
What happens when there is water, excess water in our body? Excess water in our body means osmolarity of plasma decreases or increases?
Decreases.
Decreases because we have excess
And that's a-
Yes, yes.
This time, osmoreceptors in hypothalamus have no response. For this reason, there is no ADH. There is no water reabsorption. On the whole, urine volume increases because water is excreted and urine osmolarity decreases because water level is raised. Right? Thank you. And it helps osmolarity to increase.
We should memorize this diagram.
Actually, it is very easy. Just you have to analyze it. Not because now I don't memorize anything in the renal physiology, in cell physiology.
Yeah,
All
like-
the time I'm analyzing everything.
Yeah, understanding.
Okay, for this reason, sometimes I make a mistake and I have to analyze it again. Okay, I have to think twice.
Got it.
Not need to memorize it, just you have to analyze it. Okay. You can see obligatory urine volume. Okay? Requirements, pay attention, it is very important. Okay? Requirements for excreting a concentrated urine. Actually, I try to make it easy for you. It is very important. Do you remember yesterday?
Clean it?
No, I clean it, thank you. It's kind of pay attention, okay? Suppose that here is cortex of
Your
the
kidney.
kidney, okay? Here is outer medulla, cortex, outer medulla, and here is inner medulla. Do you remember yesterday I told you the Bowman's capsule of juxtamedullary nephrons are not here in the border between cortex and medulla.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And after that, proximal tubules, loop of Henle. Here is the tip of
Nephron?
cone-shaped masses of the kidney. Do you remember in the kidney we have some cone shapes in the medulla?
Yes.
Cone shapes. Okay, here is the tip of these cone-shaped masses. Okay, loop of Henle reaches here, and then it goes back toward cortex. Now we have thin descending limb, thin descending, ascending limb, thick ascending limb, distal, tubule, connecting tubule, and this collecting duct, which leads the kidney from the tip of cone-shaped masses. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Pay attention, please. When there is water deficiency, when there is excess water, these nephrons are not active. Actually, they act the same as cortical nephrons. Okay? With the same properties of cortical nephrons. We have excess water. The role of these nephrons are important when there is water deficiency. What happens in water deficiency? 65% of water is reabsorbed here. In the presence of ADH or in the absence of ADH. Am I correct? Because this part doesn't respond to 25% of water is reabsorbed. Okay? And
20 or
now
25?
we are gonna
20 or 25?
25 of solute is reabsorbed here.
Oh.
It is for solute, not water. Got it? Now, suppose that there is water deficiency. It means there is a high level of ADH. ADH affects on which part? From left distal tubule on. Okay? These parts begin to reabsorb water. Okay?
Into the capillaries?
For water movement, yes, to the interstitial fluid, and then as I told you in that figure, and then in the next step to the pretubular capillary. Okay. For water to move between tubules and interstitial fluid, we need what? For osmosis, we need what? We need higher concentration of solute. It means outer medulla and inner medulla might be very, very, very hyperosmotic. The body in this condition might accumulate a lot of solute here. Okay? With the higher concentration of solute in this part and lower concentration in this part. I told you kidney is able to produce a urine with these osmolarity. Do you remember?
Yes.
It means here, inner medulla in this part, in the tips of cone-shaped masses, must be accumulate this amount of solute in order to provide driving force for water to leave the tubes. Here is interstitial fluid, not pretubular capillary. I'm talking about interstitial fluid. Got it? And here, as we go toward cortex, osmolarity decreases step by step. In this stage, okay, in this condition. For example, don't forget, all the time, cortex,
100.
osmolarity of cortex is the same as plasma. All the time, osmolarity of cortex is the same as okay. Now suppose that there is excess water. In excess water, here osmolarity will be 600 milliosmol here. Okay. And here, when we have excess water. But in water deficiency, body begins to accumulate a lot of solute here in order to increase osmolarity. Okay, to provide driving force for water to leave the tubes. Was it clear up to here?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Requirements for excreting a concentrated urine. One is high ADH level. Okay? And the second one is corticopapillary osmotic gradient. As we write here. Okay? Actually, this osmolarity gradient is provided by the factors which play a major role in making medulla hyperosmotic. Countercurrent multiplier mechanism, okay, and recirculation of urea urea, you remember I told you, APH increases urea and water reabsorption. Urea for what? For making medulla more hyperosmotic, not for recirculation of urea in the blood circulation. Okay, just it is a waste product. Okay, just it helps make medulla more hyperosmotic. Was it clear? First, I want to talk about countercurrent multiplier mechanism. Was it clear up to here? Don't you have any question? It is very important. No question?
The recirculation of urea to increase.
Let me talk about that later. Okay? We will talk about that later. Just we are gonna focus on the first item.
And why is the ADH high? The ADH is high in this case. Because we have less water. There's
Water deficiency in our body. We are talking about water deficiency condition. Okay? I'm going to talk about the first mechanism, multiplier countercurrent mechanism. Pay attention, please. Again, cortex, outer medulla, and inner medulla. I want to draw just loop of Henle. Loop of Henle of that method in order to explain what? Explain countercurrent multiplier mechanism. Suppose that all parts of interstitial fluid is isoosmotic with plasma. I told you at the end of proximal tubule, fluid is hyperosmotic with plasma or is isosmotic. Why? Because the same amount of water and solute are reabsorbed together. 65% water, 65% solute. Right? It means fluid here is isoosmotic with plasma. Okay? What was actually, do you remember, what was the reabsorptive mechanism in thin descending ring? In thin descending ring, thin cells are smaller, and it means there is no active mechanism. Just we have 25% of water reabsorption, as you can see over there. Just we have osmosis of water. Here, osmolarity is the same. Do we have osmosis?
No.
I'm going to talk about how hyperosmolarity is created. Okay? There is no osmosis. It means there is no net diffusion rate for water. Osmosis is diffusion of water. Okay. What happens? Fluid reaches here, where in thick ascending line we have sodium, potassium, 2 chloride co-transporter. Do you remember?
Yes, yes.
It is very, very important in making medulla hyperosmotic. This co-transporter is here in thick ascending line. It is able to make osmolarity difference in amount of 200 milliosmol. What does it mean? It means it removes sodium, potassium, and chloride ions from the tubules, and they are added to the medulla. Am I right? Up to this amount of osmolarity difference, it means now osmolarity of air is 400 milliosmol. Osmolarity of tubule is 200 you can see 200 milliosmol difference in osmolarity between medulla and tubules. Got it?
Got
It means here 400 interstitial and inside of tubule 200. Was it clear? No question. Now, in the next step, we have concentration difference between thin descending plane and medulla. Water begins to leave thin descending plane. And this action makes the fluid hyperosmotic or isosmotic or hyposmotic. Water is leaving the tubule. Tubule makes tubule hyperosmotic. Hyper, because we are removing water. Got it? Hyperosmotic until it reaches to this amount of osmolarity. 400, 400, 400, 400. Got it? This time, fluid here is 4. Was it clear? Again, this fluid with this osmolarity begin to move here. Again, sodium, potassium 2 chloride co-transporter begin to create this amount of osmolarity difference between medulla and tube. Got it? And yet, this time, it will be this part is 3 and this part is 500, 300. Am I right? It is repeated until the osmolarity of here, the tip of cone shape has reaches 600 milliosmol per liter. This figure has a problem, Can you find the problem of this figure? I have talked about that.
Number 3.
Figure number.
Number 7. You can see hyperosmolarity of this amount. Actually, just this amount of hyperosmolarity is for countercurrent multiplier mechanism. It is countercurrent multiplier mechanism. Was it clear? Because the current of fluid is opposite here toward the bottom of the kidney, here toward the top of the kidney. Okay. And the other 600 milliosmol is provided by urea accumulation. Got it? As you can see, urea contributes about 40 to 50% of the osmolarity. It means 500 to 600 milliosmol of liter is for accumulation of urea in inner medulla. Got it? Okay. I told you when there is water deficiency, we have ATH and we have ATH. As a result of ATH, we have water reabsorption and urea reabsorption. UTA1 and UTA3 are transporter which respond to ATH. Okay? They begin to facilitate urea transportation. What does it mean, facilitates urea transportation? It is a type of facilitated deficiency. They have facilitated because there are high concentration of urea here, and by these transporters, urea begins to come inside the medulla. Got it? Again, urea accumulates here. Some of urea again is actually returns back UTA2 doesn't respond to ADH. Okay, when urea concentration is high, it can be returned to tube. What does it mean? What's the importance? Actually, it increases the concentration of urea here. Again, urea is reabsorbed here. It is accumulated here. Again, some of the urea returns here. Again, it is reabsorbed from here. Okay? This mechanism accumulates urea in amount of 600 million per liter. Was it killing you? No. No question? It is urea recirculation from collecting duct to loop of Henle. 600 milliosmol is for this mechanism, 600 milliosmol is for the second one. Okay, now the kidney is able to produce urine with 1200 milliosmol per liter.
It's depending on the soluble in medulla or in the tube. If the tube have more solute.
Tubule.
Yes.
Tubule what?
Have more solute.
When?
Less water.
When there is water deficiency.
Yes.
Yes. Water is removed. Actually, we have solute concentration, urea concentration is increased here, solute or accumulated, in order to provide driving force for water to leave the collecting duct. Water is, these parts are not permeable to water. Water needs to leave collecting duct more efficient because we have a great driving force. For this reason, water actually leave the tubules and collecting tubules here, concentration of urine here. All the time water is leaving, collecting the concentration of urine will be 1200 milliosmol per liter. And the urine volume is very low, will be very low. Got it? Do you remember vasa recta?
Yeah,
I told you the vascular actual structure, tubular capillary here, deeps here is a top here, deeps into the medulla, and it is not in parallel with tubules again here. It's a tuft. Got it? Actually, we are worried about the vasa recta here. We have capillaries. They can wash and bring all of this solute with itself. Am I right? Blood is moving from here and it might reabsorb everything, every solute. But we say actually we have preservation of high solute concentration in the inner medulla interstitium. Because of counter-current exchanges of vasa recta. What does it mean? Blood flows in this direction. What does it mean? It means solute comes inside the blood, am I right? Because concentration is great. Concentration of solute is being greater and greater as blood goes down. And what about water? We have actually higher concentration of solute here. Water begin to leave the blood. Actually, it is washing all solutes and water here. But we are not worried. Why? Because when blood Again, solute,
Sleep.
living there,
And the water goes.
blood and water comes inside the blood. Okay. Vasa recta doesn't have any role in creation of hyperosmotic medulla. It preserves, okay? It keeps hyperosmotic medulla, okay? It preserves hyperosmotic medulla. Was it clear? Okay. It doesn't wash solute and water from these medulla. Got it? No question. And another reason is that the blood flow is very low in vasa recta. It's less than 5% of total blood flow. Blood flow of the two kidneys is 1,100 milliliter per minute. Do you remember?
Yes.
Just 5% of this amount is in vasa recta of two kidneys. Was it clear? No question. If I ask you regarding the role of vasa recta, it doesn't create hyperosmotic medulla. Hyperosmotic medulla is created by these two items, high ADH level and cortical. Actually, this one is important. This one is important for making medulla hyperosmotic by these two mechanisms. Got it?
Yes.
And vasa recta just preserve hyperosmotic medulla. This is tubal and collecting tube. Okay, tell me please, do you want to take a break? Yes?
Yes.
Go on. Here in this slide, tell me please, in this slide, this water excess or water deficiency. Pay attention to the slide. Don't touch please. Don't touch please.
Is water excess?
Excess water or water deficiency in this.
I didn't say anything. It's not. Water deficiency.
Focus on this slide. It's for water deficiency or excess water condition.
So what?
In this condition, do we have water deficiency or we have excess water in our body? Water deficiency. Do you agree? All the students agree?
Yes.
That's correct.
Because
How do you know that?
because
Amount of osmolarity of loop of Henle and IF and osmolarity of urine. Which means we have low volume urine with high concentration of
Solute.
sun. Got it? And what about this one? Yeah,
Extra.
have
Excess.
Excess,
in
yes.
our body. Because osmolarity is 600.
It's higher.
Under normal condition, when there is no water deficiency, osmolarity here all the time is 600 in human, okay? It's 600 milliosmolar. It means osmolarity of water solid concentration decreases. It means blood volume, urine volume. Urine volume decreases because we have excess water in the body. Okay, this is very difficult. Please study this clinical physiology in the dormitory, okay? And you can find the answer below this slide. And here you can see the changes in different changes in osmolarity in different parts of nephron. When there is excess water is not reabsorbed for this reason. Osmolarity of urine decreases and high amount of water is excreted. And here you can see that the maximum ability of the kidney in this state, in this condition, is 600 milliosmolar. This one shows Visual circulation, okay, with this amount, and again begin to remove from the tubules. For this reason, concentration of urine increases and urine volume decreases. Okay, no question. Okay, we have finished
The fifth.
the subject. Repeat.
Five. Finish.
Finished. I told you just we have 3 steps. Regarding acid-base balance, how many students are in the class?
Message.
19.
Just.
But there's 2 more constants.
Do you agree to make groups of, for example, 6 students each group? Make 3 groups of 6. Actually, 1 group will be 5. You have to move your chair in order to go to the circle.
इसको भी ले आओ इसको
لازم اللوب ليش؟ أنا كرسي يفتح أنا كرسي يفتح بس شو المشكلة؟ أنت روح افتح